The king is dead, back in the early 2000s, deep within a Colombian coal mine. Scientists unearthed a fossil that shook the world. Hundreds of gargantuan vertebrae and ribs. The sheer scale was terrifying. They'd found a serpent so monstrous they named it, quite literally, the Titanoboa. For years, this name has been the gold standard, the undisputed champion, the one and only apex predator of the ancient swamps. We all believed that at 42 feet long, the length of a sperm whale, nothing in the history of snakes could ever challenge its crown. But we were wrong. The quiet discovery. The truth was found almost 20 years later, half a world away, in the sun-baked badlands of Gujarat, India. Another stack of bones, 27 vertebrae, but like the Titanoboa before it, the discovery was completely misunderstood, mistakenly labeled as just another crocodile. These bones had to wait nearly 2 decades in the dark until a closer look finally revealed the chilling reality. This was a Madtsoiidae, a more ancient, more primitive line of snake. A line that birthed a creature so large, so impossibly massive, that the Titanoboa was immediately dethroned. Prepare to meet your new nightmare, the Vasuki Indicus. Beyond Titanoboa. When the final measurements came in, the paleontology world went silent. While Titanoboa topped out around 47 feet, the Vasuki's colossal vertebrae suggested a possible length of up to 15.2 meters, a jaw-dropping 50 feet. That doesn't just make it the new king of snakes. It makes it the longest non-dinosaur terrestrial animal to ever walk or slither the earth. A creature so grand, it was named after the king of serpents in Hindu mythology. But here's the lurking question. Was Vasuki heavier? Maybe not. Titanoboa was slightly bulkier. But I can guarantee you would rather meet the Titanoboa. The fisherman versus the man-eater. Why would you choose the marginally heavier snake? Because you have been lied to about the Titanoboa. For years, media has painted it as a monstrous croc killer. But a recent re-examination of its skull, with its weird palate and suspicious, hook-like teeth, points to a shocking conclusion. The Titanoboa was basically a supersized fisherman. It lived in warm, river-rich regions, and its diet was a Pacific menu of lungfish and bony fish. It wanted sushi, not you. Vasuki's reign of terror. Vasuki Indicus, however, it was absolutely interested in you. Its powerful vertebrae suggest a preference for life on land, where its incredible weight made it a slow-moving but utterly terrifying ambush predator. It wasn't built to be fast. It was built to hide, utilizing perfect camouflage to stage strikes on unsuspecting prey, which included turtles, crocs, and even primitive whales that ventured onto land. And if you think you'd spot a 1-ton snake hiding in the brush, think again. Humans evolved good eyesight to avoid exactly this threat. How Vasuki ate. Now, for the truly horrifying part, how this Madtsoiidae snake ate you. Because the Madtsoiidaes were an older, more primitive family, they lacked the special flexible joints of modern boas. They couldn't swallow their prey whole. You would have actually preferred them to. Instead, Vasuki resolved to use its recurved, primitive teeth to tear off bite-sized chunks of flesh, a technique described as similar to a Komodo dragon feeding. It was a slow, agonizing process, but there is a small mercy. Its constriction forces were ridiculous, up to 6 times tighter than an anaconda. It would kill you so fast you wouldn't feel its teeth tear into your body. The end of the king. This monster couldn't last. The very size that made it king also made it vulnerable. To sustain a 50-foot snake, you need a perfect world. Vasuki flourished in the intense heat and isolated, bountiful ecosystem of the Eocene island of India. But as the world began to cool and dry towards the Oligocene, the swampy habitat and high temperatures it needed were stripped away. The clock ran out. By 33.9 million years ago, the great king was gone. Just another relic serving as a reminder that the planet's final boss is always Mother Nature. The legacy of the Madtsoiidae, however, persisted for millions of years. If you want to dive deeper into this ancient underwater war, comment Titanoboa Legacy. Thanks for watching, and until next time on Roarback.